Everyone, Virgo Triad here. It is June 20th, 2018. I'm going to take a few minutes and explain to you guys the misinformation that has come out of one April LaJune as of yesterday with her broadcast regarding the United States LLC. Okay, so her claim is that based on the Companies House website that is located in the UK, that is actually the register of where companies that are within the UK have to register their businesses in order for the businesses to be, viable and viewable by the same as the Secretary of State here in the United States. So anyway, basically her claim is that this proves that the United States of America is a limited liability company or a corporation. All right, actually that couldn't be further from the truth. The bottom line is that there's a bunch of misinformation within this video, and I'm going to try and go very, very rapidly to not make this too long and debunk the more important pieces of it. So let me take you over here to the actual page where she looked this information up. It appears to me that basically what Miss LaJune is up to doing now is basically attempting to try to debunk the truth about the United States not being a corporation, when in fact, before I go any further with this, let me just explain to you. There would be articles of incorporation that Congress would have had to have approved in order for the United States of America to become a corporation of any sorts. No such articles exist and never have existed. Therefore, the United States of America is not a corporation. However, just moving forward with Miss LaJune's misinformation so you understand. All right, what she did was she went to the Companies House website, and she used the search engine and typed in United States of America in a mad search to try to find anything that had anything to do with the United States of America that she could use. So as you can see, there are several. There are many, 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 many beyond this too many pages, because a lot of companies that are foreign companies use the United States of or the United States of America actually within their name. You'd be surprised how many. The United States of America Limited is the one that April actually located, but you see there's many others. United States of Europe, United States of Matt, United States of Hypocrisy, United States of Rugby, United States of Fashion. I mean, they're just never ending, okay? There's even one that is done, I believe it's a publisher, called the United States Book of Congress Limited. And none of them have anything to do with being governmental in any way. But let's go ahead and take a look at the one that Miss LaJune actually is using in her broadcast. Okay, here we go. So you can see that one of the big things that I'm sure she jumped up and down about is the fact that it apparently appears that the gentleman who actually opened up this name, and that's all that it is at this point, as far as we know, is a name. It's a dormant business, which means that because it's in dormant status, it is considered inactive in a few different ways, and that's important, and I'm going to be talking to you about that in a few minutes, because one of the things that Miss April LaJune didn't tell you are the reasons behind a business being able to remain dormant for any length of time, what those reasons are. Okay, so it appears as though he wanted actually people to believe that this was some sort of government entity, which is hence the name the United States of America Limited, and then placing in the actual address the White House in front of the actual address. Now, there is no such address as this. The address is 78 Montgomery Street in Edinburgh. There's 4,000 other companies that are located in that same complex. I even have an actual picture of the complex. They're very, very small office buildings, and they are actually all located in one lump, some on a very long street. Okay, so the company status is active on this particular registered office information. but in reality, it is considered a dormant company. And you can see that if you take a look at the nature of business SIC codes. Now, the SIC codes for these are 9900, which is activities of extraterritorial organizations and bodies, and 99999 in the UK, or 9999 in the US, as a dormant company. Now, a dormant company is not just a company, as LaJune says. It is that isn't taking any profit. It is a company that literally is has balanced books, that has no accounting going on at all. Okay, at all. That's money going out, money coming in, or any kind of business transactions that are happening within that company at all. Okay, I want you to take a look at this, the meaning of a dormant company. All right, so since the Act of 2013, there's a dormant company is where a company is formed and registered under this act for a future project, or to hold an asset or intellectual property. So in other words, you decide that you are going to run a website, and you want that name as a business name, and your plan is to take it further, but you've had it for 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden you fall ill, or you get to a point where you don't know what direction you're going to go with it. So you decide that you are going to file your next statement as of accounting statement, showing that you have absolutely no accounting that's going on at all, because there's nothing going out and nothing coming in the way of funds. Therefore, you can apply to have it state that you are a dormant company. All right. The reasons for the status of a dormant company are the following: to reserve a company name while preparing to launch a business, to restructure a previous active business, or in case the company owner requires an extended period of time off due to illness, maternity leave, travel, a sabbatical, or any other reason. All right, so there are more than there's more to a dormant company than just the fact that it is a company not taking profit. It's very specific. It means technically the business is on hold. Okay, so next, LaJune takes you over to a page that is the International Overseas Services. And it's really funny how this gets described to you guys, because in reality, what this company does is they assist other people, other countries that have business owners, to file limited liability to file for their business to be a limited liability company within the United States. And if you take the time to go over and actually read the article, you will see that it explains just that. Yes, it does go into the United States being the leading world economy. It explains that the jurisdiction and how it's developed through corporate law, and it explains what the advantages are of becoming a limited liability company within the United States. It explains the general information of what the United States is. It explains the company type that you would be looking at actually incorporating under, whether it's an incorporation or whether it is a limited liability. In this case, they're only describing the limited liability, the directors and officers and what those mean, and what legislation says that shareholders can be. But this is the way that it's explained by LaJune. Oh, basically, this company is just explaining what the United States is, and the United States is a limited liability company. And as you can see over here, they talk about the population and how big the country is. Well, the reason that they're talking about that is because all these different companies down the side here, all of them have the capability of actually filing their business under being a limited liability company or an incorporation, and doing it within the United States, because it provides huge advantages. And even if you look right here, you can see that it says that there are huge advantages. Companies incorporated in the United States have the following advantages. And then it gives you those advantages. It talks about it based on every single country that you would need to know in order to make your company a limited liability company that is a foreign entity filing within the United States of America. That's what International Overseas Services is about. It's not providing you bar none with this one title here that you can see in her video that's showing you that the United States of America dash is a limited liability company. That is not what it's saying. That's not what the website's about. That's not even what the page is about. All it's doing is providing you with some statistics here in the beginning, and then it's providing you with information of either a fee schedule that you can pay to them in order to do the service for you, or you can go through the information for yourself and you can learn how to file in order to make your business a limited liability company within the United States in order to gain those advantages. It's just sickening to me that April lies constantly and then claims that everybody else is lying, But all you have to do is go to the webpage and read it. Okay, you're going to see that COSIC Limited is another company that is owned by this same gentleman. His name is James Stewart McKeegan, and that gentleman, along with his limited liability company, COSIC, which is also a limited liability company that he has filed as one within the United States, as he does with all of his companies. He has many, some that are dissolved, some that are not dissolved. All of them appear to be dormant at this point. And this one gentleman with his 3 officers, actually go in and do this all the time. Interestingly enough, I found this page. So one of the things that this gentleman does, you see this is exactly the same address here. We are dealing with, once again, Mr. James Stewart McMeekin and his COSIC Limited here. In addition, here's a bunch more. Rail Track Limited. Okay, same address, same person. The Gay Company Limited, same address, same person. Okay, COSIC Limited. The Bible Company Limited, Mr. James Stewart McKeegan, and COSIC Limited on this one also. Fran Hutton Limited. Okay, these 3 are dissolved. This one is still active, dissolved, active. Okay, this guy, he opens businesses like he's eating candy. And the bottom line here is that these are non-trading companies. They are all dormant at this point. And this one in particular is Key Data mining for Pride Scotland Limited. This is a Edinburgh company with the same owners, COSIC Limited, Mr. James Stewart McMeekin, 2 shareholders. It's absolutely ridiculous, folks. Absolutely ridiculous to believe that this one gentleman here, Mr. James Stewart McKeegan, who, has his companies. By the way, you guys take a look at this. You will see that all of these, I think I found one company that's worth over 6,000 American dollars. One of his companies, one out of all of them. The majority of them are worth nothing. And that's because they're inactive for one reason or another. Okay, there is nothing about what April LaJune told you that is true. Not one single thing. As a matter of fact, she couldn't even tell you the truth about this page here, which is actually just a company that provides a service so that you guys are able to actually take your businesses, if you're overseas, and turn them into American limited liability companies to take advantage of the tax breaks and so on and so forth. Couldn't even tell you the truth about that. All right, it's just sickening to me. And I'm hoping that this helps so that you guys understand that what she pointed out to you is not only not accurate, but it is actually totally the opposite of that. The company's not even a viable company. So anyway, this can give you guys some additional information. Please do some lookups for yourself. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Talk to you guys later.